Hi, and welcome to my dining room. Have you ever watched gardening YouTube channels and seen people starting seeds and they have a special dedicated room and they've got fancy shelves and they've got a fancy light and they've got all this other fancy stuff and you thought to yourself, I can't do this. I don't even have the room for that. I don't have a fancy shelf and I certainly do not have the money for this kind of thing. Well, let me show you what I do. It's really easy and costs a fraction of the cost. Myth number one debunked. You need a special room. Heck no! Look at this. This is a shower. I've got a spare bathroom in my home that we don't really use. It's attached to my daughter's bedroom, and I just put it in here. My old home in Oregon, I just put it in the spare bedroom on the floor. Nothing special. Myth number two debunked. I need a special light bulb. Nope. I've had this one for a few seasons and I bought it at Walmart. I just looked up the price. It's currently $5.97. That's it. And myth number three debunked. I need some special shelving. Nope. All I'm using is something that we all have, a card table or whatever else you happen to have laying around. And these bedside lamps? Well, this one was my wife's, I think, when she was growing up. We just had it laying around the house. And this one was totally a thrift store special. $4. So, if you only want one lamp to start a few seeds, like we've got these onions sitting here, the total price for that is about $9. Here's those two lamps working in tandem on this 32 cell tray. There's a lot of vegetables you can grow for 32 cells. For years, that's about how many I started. Well, I started a little bit more than that. But I simply just used these lamps and this light bar that I bought at Walmart on a discount. Now, if you do end up using a light bar, make sure that your bulbs are rated to about 5,000 Kelvin to make sure you get enough of the light spectrum to provide adequate vegetative growth. If you want to make things easy on yourself, I'd recommend getting one of these light timers. Super simple, you just plug them in, and they cost about $7. And there you have it. Couldn't be easier. A simple card table I had out in my garage, a couple of lamps that I had around my home or I found at a thrift store, 2 light bulbs, and a timer. The total price for that, for the bulbs and the timer, about $19. The rest of the stuff, most people have laying around their house anyway. Super easy, couldn't be easier. Now you can start your own seeds at home. You don't need a complicated setup. Thank you so much for watching, and join us next time as we grow within the shadows of the everlasting hills.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like.